Hello everyone, welcome to the video about phishing attacks. Today we will be learning about what phishing attacks are, what phishing attack is, and how to protect ourselves from phishing attacks. I am Pritesh Pramanik and today I am going to brief you about phishing attacks. Let's begin. To begin with, let us begin with the classical definition of what phishing attacks are. Now, phishing attacks are the practice of sending fraudulent communications that appear to come from a reputed source. It usually comes or it is done through emails. Now, one and only goal of this type of attack in cyber world is to steal sensitive data like credit card information, login informations, or to install any malware on the victim's machine. Phishing is a very common type of cyber attack that everyone should learn about and should be aware in order to protect themselves, because these are the most common types of cyber attacks that one faces. So let's move. Now, how does a phishing attack works? Now, before diving deep into how it works, let us learn or understand through a analogy of phishing attacks. Now, the analogy of phishing attack is phishing. Now, it's phishing, and I am talking about phishing. This phishing. In phishing, what we do? There is a hook. There is a phishing hook. We put a bet into this, and then we submerge this hook into water or of any lakes. Now there might be some fish, there will be some fish who will take our bait and will fall into our trap, and thus we will be catching this fish. This is the very principle of how a phishing attack works. Now let's dive deep into how a phishing attack works. Now see, there are two parties, and there has to be two parties, right? The attacker and the victim. Now what does this attacker does is he or she creates a fake website which is a clone of a legitimate website. This legitimate website may be of anything. It may be of Amazon, it may be of Flipkart, or it may be of any other e-commerce site or banking sites. It is a clone. Mind words. It's a clone of this legitimate website. This phishing website is a clone. That means it's ditto. It's very hard to understand which one is real and which one is fraud if we put them side by side. The only difference is that this legitimate website is owned by a true entity and this phishing website is owned by a black hat hacker or an attacker who is present there for some malicious activity, for some malicious intents. Now what this attacker does is sends an email to the victim. Now this is a very classical example of phishing attack. This attacker sends an email to the victim. Now if this victim opens this email and clicks it to go to this website, he falls into the trap of the attacker. Now once this victim clicks on the link given in this mail sent by the attacker, he is redirected to this phishing website. Now this email is not like a traditional email that we get each and every day. This email might be like, your account has been hacked, please change your password. Your account has been compromised, please change your password. This type of emails that have a psychological effect on a person when seen at a glance. So the victim falls into the trap of this attacker. He gets redirected into these phishing attacks. Say it may be a phishing website of a bank. He is told to enter his credentials, bank details, credit card options, and whole of this information gets redirected to the attacker without any hesitation or checking, because you are doing it. There is no checker who can check it. Now this whole credentials that you enter or a victim enters gets redirected to the attacker, and the attacker collects the credential. Now the attacker has full history, the credentials of this victim. He has its OTP, he has its um, the credit card number and whatsoever. And then this attacker does what? He goes into a legitimate website, enters this credential like that of a credit card number, the OTPs, and subsequently he withdraws his desired amount. Thus, this victim, this computer, this person becomes a victim. And this is pretty much how a phishing attack works. This is the principle about phishing attack. Now let's see how a malicious email looks like, or how a phishing attack is carried out through email. Now look at this mail. This has been sent by to some person. I've collected it from internet, and just look at this. It is saying that it has been sent by Amazon.com. The sender is Amazon.com, but the email ID, just look at this. The email ID is very different. Okay, it's very different. Secondly, look at this. Hello. When Amazon sends you any email, it doesn't says hello. It refers to you by your name, like hello Prithvish or hello by any other name. Now what it says? We are having trouble with your payment. Please verify and update your payment details, including such as expiry date and billing address. Valid payment information must be received within 1 day. Now when a not so aware person sees this, he will get panicked, right? Because his payment of any order has got cancelled according to this email. So what will he do? He will click on this button, and this button will redirect him to a website where he has to enter his credentials, and thus this person to whom this mail has been sent becomes a victim. And this is how a phishing email looks like, a real life example of phishing attack. So how to protect yourself from this type of attack? First of all, see the sender's mail address. This is definitely not Amazon's mail address. Secondly, if Amazon or any other e-commerce website sends you an email, it will refer to you by your name, not as hello or sir or anything else. And if such things also exist and it says update your payment information, first of all, Amazon doesn't send you like this. And if you are still having confusion that if all the things are having looking real, then don't click any such buttons on your email. Just go on to the website of Amazon, reset your password, or whatever steps needs to be done. Because once you hit the Amazon website, once you log in into your account, you will know the true scenario, if whether really they are having any problems with your payment. And you will know for sure that this type of mail is a phishing attack mail, and you would have become a phishing attack victim if you would have clicked on this button. So what will we do if we get such type of emails, or in general, what are the steps that need to be taken to protect ourselves from phishing attacks? Don't click any suspicious link like that one that shown in the previous example, or any other links or pop-ups that come up as an advertisement in the websites that we visit. Second, get anti-phishing add-on or extension. There are plethoras of options, extensions. Get one, because these are very useful. Third, don't give any personal information to unsecured sites. Now, how will you know whether a site is secure or not? Always check in the left hand corner whether the site is HTTP or HTTPS. Always prefer HTTPS over HTTP because it is the secure. And also in the left hand side of a browser, you will see an I button where you will get all the details of this SSL certificates and other things. And also there you will also get to the information whether a site is secure or not. If it is not, there will be written not secure beside the I button. So what we will do, your first step is to check whether it's an HTTPS site, and the second, whether there is not secure written beside the I button. Then rotate passwords regularly. Now it's very difficult to crack or hack into your account if you regularly rotate your passwords between your different accounts. This is a very in general practice and a very good one also. And the last and the most important one is, do not ignore any OS or antivirus update. This may be irritating sometimes, OS or antivirus updates, but believe me, these are the most important step. It is the most important step because antivirus updates gives patches, security patches over. So these security patches that are given in the updates, that are extremely essential. So don't ignore them. And that's all. Thank you all for giving your time, and hope you like the video. Thank you once again.